EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Following the interception, Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Try to pound it in. Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. We're scoreless after 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Thomas, the man in motion left. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tonyan.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
From 17 yards out.
And the Packers have moved out in front.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Olave holds it in.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion right is Thomas. On 1st and 10, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are once again back in front.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On play action, now Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Final play of the half here. Winston He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They start the second half with Kamara.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Wants to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On first down, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 17 yards out.
And the Packers have retaken a third quarter lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
He's got it to Ingram, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Winston now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In motion left is Thomas. A 10th carry for Kamara.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 1st down, Winston. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Preston Smith there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now Thomas will come in motion right. From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Flushed out right.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.